Hi Ben, hope you're well. Okay, you asked me to help you out with timing, give you a bit of an example because it can get complicated and there's various different ways to do it. You can do it with a cylinder head off and a dial gauge on the head. I find it far easier doing it with a piston stop. So we pop that into there. This piston stop comes with the buzz wangle. That's the buzz wangle. They're not that expensive. The good thing about this is it'll screw into the flywheel without having to remove, right? And then you turn your flywheel all the way around on a Vespa anti-clockwise till it stops. There you go. It stopped because a piston has hit the piston stop. And I use this buzz wangle because it's one of the best, most accurate tools out there. And then once it's magnetic, the buzz wangle, it goes on there and press it twice. There we go, we're zero now, I hope you can see that. And then turn it all the way clockwise till it stops. And what we're working on is, I'm using this whale here, called from Crazy Monkey. You don't have to have one of them, you can use a bit of wire like you see on the videos. I'm only using this for this pointer here, a fixed point. Okay, so turn it all the way round to there. Okay, and we've got 33.5. Okay. Put that to there. 33.5. Let's just get some marks on my flywheel. I use Tipex on the flywheel because it is very, very good to write on. Right, that's that done. So when you get to 33.5, you've got to half that, okay? And when you half it, 33.5, you'll come up with 16.5 is 33. So 16.5 you're looking at. So what you do now, you'll pull out the piston stop. All we're trying to do is find top dead center, right? And we want to move it to 16.5. Sorry, that way. Okay. There we go. I'd already marked this up, by the way. See that mark there? There. 16.5. Okay. When you've got it to 16.5 on the money as such, we'll call it, that is piston top dead center. And just to double check this, you can put a pen in the spark plug, feel the piston there, and as I turn it clockwise it goes down, as I turn it anti-clockwise it goes up, and when it hits that mark, that's it, it's most, carry on turning, it goes back down. So 16.5 is piston top dead center. So what I do now when I've got 16.5, I get it bang on the money, is 0. So I've zeroed it, and we want this to be firing at 23 degrees before top dead center. Okay, so 23 degrees is there, or 24 degrees is a little bit safer. There. So there we go. So that's top dead center. That's where I want it firing. So I'm going to pause the video and set up the drill. Right, I've just thrown the coil on there. And I'm just going to check we've got a spark. Hopefully you'll be able to see. And what I'm using is a drill, cordless drill on the flywheel, not on hammer. So if we just go to the top of the engine there, see we've got a spark, which is great. Okay, so we don't need the spark plug in there because otherwise we're not going to turn it with a drill. So what we're going to do now is see if we can measure the timing to see how far my timing is actually firing out. I don't think it's going to be too far away, but there's only one way to tell. So we need a strobe light and a battery. So I'll use an house alarm battery and a strobe light, and just a real cheap one, about 15-25 quid off Fleabay. So put this over here so I'm not all clobbered up. There's the battery in there, and plug in strobe lights in. All being well, there's an hour on here that goes away the spark goes, so place it on there. Well, let's just see if I've got a spark. There we go, we have. Right, I don't know whether you can see that. It's hard to film a strobe. I'm going to place that right there. Not far away. This is firing about 25 degrees. That's firing about 25 degrees before top dead centre. We want it to fire at 2,500 revs. 24 degrees I want this to fire at. Just check. Yep, there we go. Pinesco, 24 degrees at 2,500 revs, which is just above tick over really, isn't it? So what I'm going to do now is remove the flywheel and adjust the stator to get the timing mark down. At the moment, because you can't see on the video because of the camera, the strobe is flashing just past here, just past the 23 mark. So I'm just going to move the strobe. Sorry, I'm just going to move the stator. Won't take me a minute. So just use this. Pull that out. Find a flywheel puller. You put your flywheel puller in, make sure you take it all the way. It's so easy to go in a few and think, that'll be all right. Take your time when you're doing this kind of work. There we go. So now we've got the stator plate, and I'm just undoing this. I normally always go the wrong way on these, so just show you I am only human. Okay. You must have a serrated washer underneath your flywheel nut. Don't forget that. Alright, Phillips driver. Undo the three retaining pinch nuts. You're going to have to undo them a little bit. On these stators, on a small frame, see how I've had to cut that piece off there. That used to be on there because it hits this up here. Again, everything you buy, Ben, you've got to modify. So I need the stator going back a bit. So I think it's a reverse if I remember rightly. Or maybe not. So I've just turned it slightly clockwise. Now I'll remember I've turned it clockwise and just see where I'm sparking then. But what I do once I've put it all in the scooter and I've got it running on fuel, I do revisit this and check it. Because it's important. When you pick your flywheel up, always make sure that it's not picked anything up magnetic as well. Woodruff's still in there, so just pop that in. Come on, you swine. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Serrated nut. Oh, it's fucking freezing. You know, your video, your pictures make me laugh as well, Ben. They really do. Right, ready for take two. Like I said, you can't really see where it's sparking. It's just the way it is, really, with photos and what have you. So, bang on. Now, timing on that is set. So, as the piston comes up, it gets to 23 degrees just before top dead centre. Sends its spark, ignites the fuel, and we're away. So I hope that's helped you out, mate. Not the clearest, but the best I can do. Take care, Ben, and keep smiling.